What's up guys, this is Rafat Abu Hassan from Life Solution Influencer, and today I'm going to talk to you about why most people can be financially free. If this is the first time for you on this channel, we talk about online entrepreneurship, how to make money online and generate a passive income so that you can have the lifestyle you desire. So with that being said, let's dive into today's subject. Now, the reason why I talk about this subject today is because a lot of people don't really understand why they're struggling in meeting their financial goal. They think that they put everything in order, but things doesn't seem to go well for them. And that's because they need to understand a crucial concept by Robert Kiyosaki in this book called the cashflow quadrant, which classify people into major groups based on their source of income that affect the money flow. So pay close attention to what I'm going to tell you today, because for some of you this might be an eye-opening. So we live in something called the industrial era. And this is a period that most of us has experienced in our life, which is, it goes like that: going to school, have a good mark, and then go to college, have higher degree or higher marks, and then have a good job that pays well, and then retire. That's what all of us has went through, or most of us. But the problem with this is that it doesn't seem to work well for it anymore. Actually, it's estimated that most of the retired people have between $3,000 to $12,000 in their names after retirement. So they're in debt even after they retire. And that's because we live in a transition from the industrial era into the information era. Which goes like that: going to school, have a degree in college, have a business, and be a good investor. And that's exactly, my friend, what people fail to understand, is that we live in a different era, and with it, the sources of income has changed. So based on the income sources, people can be classified, according to Robert Kiyosaki, into 4 major groups. And these can be put like this. Here E, S, B, and I. So E stands for employee, the S for self-employed, E for business owner, and I for investors. So I'm going to explain each category of this. So the employee are the normal people. I'm myself, for example, an employee. I work from 9 to 5 and I paid paycheck to paycheck. But the problem with the employee, if they had to go off work for any reason, for example, a medical emergency or something like that for a week or so, their income is subsidized, and the cash flow for that period that they are absent of is stopped. While the self-employed, these people who work for themselves, they're doctors, lawyers, attorneys, or accountants, they own their job and they're dependent also, but the problem is they're also their own boss. They are the job actually. While the business owners, they don't work in a job or they aren't the job, but they own a system with more than 500 employees, and income is generated through that system. While the investor, these people who have money that they invest, and then money is generating more money. Now, for the right side, in order for the income to flow, they have to be present in their job. So income equals time plus personal effort. And that's what we call an active income. So an active income is when you trade time and effort for your money. And that's what 90% of people are doing. They are either employee or self-employed. On the other hand of the quadrant, the right side, just going to put a line here. Income is not connected to time at all, or personal effort, because as a business owner or an investor, you have either system or your money is working for you. So income here is not connected to time or effort. And that's what we call passive income. Where only 10% of population lay in. Now, there's an interesting question to ask, and I'm sure that it's in your mind kind of, which is, does it really necessarily, or do I need to be a business owner or an investor to get rich, for example? Well, not necessarily, because as we will explain later in the video, each quadrant of those has its advantages and downfalls. And but generally speaking, it's much easier to make money if you're on the right side as a business owner or as an investor. Maybe you are fine being on this side and you think that you can achieve your goals being on this side, and that's totally fine. Or if you think that where you are now does not lead you to where you want to be, then let me tell you that transition is possible by making attainable personal changes. Because let me tell you something, each one of those quadrants has its specific characters, priorities, and also it has its own needs. So let's break this down. So for the employee, these people who seek job security, and also benefits, and secure monthly income. So employees normally, they are not risk takers. They need to have a secure job that provide them with secure monthly income and also provide them with benefits such as health insurance. For the self-employed, these are people who seek freedom and also are independent. So they seek freedom from working under a boss, and also they are independent. So they don't like to be told what to do or not what to do. And also they like to do their job by themselves. And they don't really like to rely on other people to do that. For the business owners, these people who hire talented people, and also they outsource. So they are very good in utilizing other people's power by hiring the people, the talented people that can do the job for them, and also they outsource to achieve their freedom. Last but not least are the investors. These who have money to invest and also are educated. So investors normally have budget to invest their money in, and also they are educated, so they know what to do and where to invest their money to gain the maximum profit. So is it possible to have financial freedom being in the active income? And the answer for that, it is possible. However, it's not really common because some jobs can provide you with financial freedom, such as being a CEO in a big company or another high position job. But it's always easier to be in the passive income to have financial freedom. And transition from the active income to the passive income is possible, but we need to understand that in order to make that transition, we need to make serious changes in the mindset and the skill set. Because for the employee, they have that security mindset. Yes, I do have little money, but it's secure and investment might be risky and difficult. For the self-employee, these are perfectionist people who really believe in themselves and they don't really like to rely on other people to do their job. So they don't have the money-making mentality. And for both the employee and the self-employee, the income equals time and effort. Unlike the business owners who are leaders, so they have the leading skills to lead the employee and the people they hire, and also they have the opportunity to recognize the opportunity, the investment opportunity, and based on that they can make better decisions. So, which is make it easier for the business owners to be a successful investors and make better investments. So in order to move from one quadrant to another, we need to have education. Education, you guys, is really crucial. And it's very important to have education so that we can make logic, judgment of the possible opportunities. And to have new skills. And also to develop the money-making mentality. Educating yourself to move from one quadrant to another is not an easy process. It's not a slow process. It's not a fast process. It needs dedication and patience. But surely, slowly but surely, you will get there. Another thing to consider is that in order to do this, we need to do it in a reasonable way. Meaning that if we're in the active income as an employee, we need to first make a transition from the E quadrant to the S, and that's very crucial to develop the business mindset, the big business mindset, and also the experience. And after a period of time, you can make a transition from the S into the B. So now you have your business, you have your system, and after it's going to run without your presence, you can expand and utilize the excess money that you get from your investment, from your business, and make investments and use your money to generate more money. And that's, my friend, how the rich get richer, and you can do that too. Better yet, with the online business opportunities available for anyone nowadays, it is possible at one point of a time to work on something that's related to more than one quadrant. I'm just going to give you an example for myself. I have a full-time job and I started online marketing as a digital marketer less than a year ago. And I started by educating myself and work on my mindset. And my goal is to be able to be so good in what I'm doing so that I can have the money flow that can sustain me and my family even if I had to leave my job. Also, a university student who can have active income from teaching in schools or having an internship in a company and utilize this active income as online investment, which is passive. And that's the beauty of it, you guys. You can utilize your active income to invest into the passive. As you can see, it's very crucial to understand this cash flow formula so that you can decide your next move in your financial journey that will define your success. So let me ask you two questions here. Are you a security type of person or a freedom type? And are you currently in your right quadrant, or you need to make some changes? I'd like to hear from you by leaving a comment in the comment section below. Hey, I hope that you get a lot of value out of this video. If you do, please hit that thumbs up, it really helped the video. And if this is the first time for you on this channel, I invite you to subscribe and hit that bell notification on the left corner here so that you can get more out of this. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.